Antonio, Texas. If you guys are just looking at this and thinking if this is fake, this is crazy, you need to take this serious. This is getting crucial. It's getting to the point where everybody that you know is gonna see this, with or without you. All we're asking you to do is come with us.
Chanel, Team Rhino.
Tanisha, Team Ride.
You should be here.
Don't ever miss a training event. You'll never know how it's going to change your life. You should definitely be here.
Hey, what up, everyone? My name is Nicole Silva. I'm from Taunton, Massachusetts. I love it. The energy's crazy. You should be here.
You got to learn how to talk to yourself. And you got to tell yourself, God don't make no junk. And I'm not junk. And I am big, and I am powerful. I'm as good as anybody else. I am, you can't sit there and go, I'm stupid and weak, or anything bad. And then you make a list of what you'd like to be, what you'd like other people to say about you or think about you. I am honest, I'm good, I'm friendly, I'm generous, I'm smart, I'm a leader. And you gotta be careful what you put after that. Like if you put, you're made in God's image, so if you put, I am stupid, I am weak, I am dumb, I am broke, I am... Anything negative that you put after that, be careful, because you speak that into reality. In the beginning was the Word became flesh. God spoke the heavens and earth into existence. And that's what you do. I spoke World Ventures into existence. I named it World Ventures. I named it Rovia. I put You Should Be Here on a sign, you understand? So, I'm telling you the power of the Word. So, if what you're saying, I am, is good and I am strong and I am powerful, and you're being that, you're saying it to yourself internally first, and then you're being that, they'll never doubt it, they'll never question it. And then the people, your friends and family who've known you your whole life, all of a sudden they're going to start saying to you, what's going on? There's something different about you. They're not even going to recognize you. And they're going to want to hold you to their image of you. They've already labeled you. They're already trying to confine you to their image of you. And sometimes what you got to be able to do is break away from that, and you got to define who you are on a piece of paper. Think it, write it, put it in paper. This is who I am. And where you're at right now is point A. And where you want to be, what is your definition of success? When you imagine success, what is your definition of success? And if there's a mountaintop, and that's at the peak of the mountaintop is success, whether it be at the house and the cars and the money and the freedom and all that. So here's where you're at. You might be broke, you might not have the car you want, you might not have all this. But when you finally do succeed, here's what it looks like. In between here and here is a swamp and a jungle. And when you think the way you were thinking maybe before you got here, or the way your friends and family are trying to keep you thinking, then you're one of the sheeple. What happens to a sheep in the swamp or in the jungle? Gonna get eaten, right?
Yeah.
Make it. You know, is this a focus in your life? Is this a priority in your life? You know, people all the time say, I don't have time. Well, you always have time for what's important to you. It's never about time, it's about priority. Really what you're saying is, everything else in my life with my 24 hours is a higher priority than this. Sleep is a higher priority. You know, my job, I get, you know, some of that stuff's reasonable, you know, I mean, it's priority, but you can figure out how to get up 30 minutes earlier, go to bed 30 minutes later, you know, use your weekends properly. Where there's a will, so you need to figure out, you need to control time and not have time control you.
Word.
And too many people let time control them, like you know, like they're a slave to time. You know, time's right. No, you need to make time your slave and money your slave. Have it working for you.
Amen.
And this is you developing like a business mindset and a top-down thinking instead of a bottom-up thinking where you've got no control. So you have all the control you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish. And when you start thinking like a business person and you'll talk like a business person, you'll walk like a business person, you know, and that's when you start having influence. I am telling you, you are a leader. Start thinking like a leader so that you'll start talking like a leader, so you'll start walking like a leader. And when you start walking like a leader, that means people follow.
We got IMDs on stage teaching us everything they know so that we can be walking that stage. You should be here, guys. Hey guys, Todio TV, will you please introduce yourself and tell everybody that's watching this how important it is to get to training and what it will do for you.
All right, great. Hey guys, this is Keith Brown, International Marketing Director here at World Ventures. Right now we're in Houston, Texas at Millionaire Boot Camp. Now guys, here's the deal. I'm an International Marketing Director. Now I'm making about $25,000 a month in residual income. Having a cycle no less than 20 times a week. And that's all because I'm plugged into a system. There were guys that I met when I first got in World Ventures that was making 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 a month. And my question was, how can I make that kind of money? And every last one of them told me the exact same thing. Plug into the trainings. Plug into not only the RTEs, but plug into the big events. And guys, I did exactly what they told me to do because I wanted exactly the lifestyle that those guys had. And guys, if you want that lifestyle, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you want to change your financial future, if you want to be able to take dream trips every single month and come home with more money in your bank account than you have in your left, you're going to plug into these big events, guys.
For this, I have never went on one vacation in my life. I'm 20 years old. I still went first in January. My first training was in January, November, and ever since, I've seen nothing but progress.
Hey, I'm Sean Nation, San Antonio, Texas Team Unity, and you should be to one of these events because this will be you earning one of these rings. And I'm a director of the company, and we're all shooting up. And who would have thought to approach someone like me, and more importantly, who would have thought someone like me would be rising in this company as fast as I am? So, if someone like me can do it, you can do it.
When you're here at a weekend like this, and you're having a conversation like this is something that you can learn to do. And when you get inspired from the outside, it turns on your internal motivation. I need to be a leader. I need to know how to get people started. I need to help them duplicate and set up the system, which is why, you know, bam, bam, book a meeting from a meeting, or what June said, same time, same place. You know, because the most important part of a meeting is knowing when and where the next meeting is. And you shouldn't be moving it all over the place because we need to know when and where consistently. I need to be able to go back.
Even though our company's going through momentum, you have your momentum through your business and through your team. Your team is going to go through formulation, concentration, momentum, and stability. Your team's going to do that too. It all depends on when that's going to happen for you. You got to stick with it. You got to stay consistent. And that's one thing I was really, really good at, guys. People ask me, "What? Give me one trick, one secret, whatever." I stay freaking consistent all the time, and that's the kind of skill set that you want to start having as you start to develop this, right? And so now it's just about working on yourself, and now you put all of those ingredients: your commitment, your faith, your skill set. Get your skill set better, and now the last ingredient is time. Now you gotta let time pass. But not just sit there and wait for time, like you're doing stuff as time passes. Because you don't know when your day is, when the thing's gonna pop for you. You don't know. But the worst thing to do is to quit and know that next day could have been your day, right? And so for me, I was like, oh, it could be that day, it could be that week, it could be that month, and just kept me going, right? And just till it popped for me. Okay, so it could be a year, it could be 2 months, it could be 5 years. It doesn't matter. How long do you take to give a baby to walk? Well, as long as it takes, right? Okay, how long does it give yourself to be wealthy? As long as it takes. Because we know the 40-40-40 plan don't work. And we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised anything. You know?
We live in the information age, and you have information before other people. You have uncommon knowledge. So how can you use this information and this knowledge to go, lead people? So it doesn't matter if you have knowledge and then you don't share it. The real value is in sharing it. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They tell you no?
Yeah.
So you learn to adopt a philosophy of, I got nothing to lose and everything to gain. If they tell me no, I didn't lose anything. I didn't have them. But what if they say yes?
Uh-oh.
And what if they build their top 20 list? Their top 10 that we're going to get 3 out of, their top 20 that we're going to get 6 out of, their top 200 that we're going to get 30 out of. You with me?
Hey.
And if I do that, then I can expect them to do it. But if I don't do it, how can I expect them to do it? How am I going to ask somebody to do something I haven't done? The number one rule of leadership is lead by example. As a good leader, as a good soldier, you don't ask your troops to do something you ain't willing to do first. You know, as a good leader, when it came to like Matt and Jefferson and those guys, you know, my job is to get them fed. You know, a good general only eats after his troops have eaten.
How you guys doing? My name is Muhammad Samsi. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Now I live in San Antonio, Texas, because my wife is active duty. That's my wife and my son. That's today's picture, because my wife is being deployed to Afghanistan for 6 months. And just to prove it to all the people that always have doubt, if the cameraman could zoom in, that was yesterday at 2:31 p.m. Saturday. It's now Sunday, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's over 11,000 people here at Baltimore, Maryland, at the Royal Farms Arena, and look behind. If you see this little blue sign, it means something. It means more than the money. What it means is, when you find the reason that you work so hard for in life, when you find that reason, you will then get people to come on board and follow you to change their lives. And like I said, today we learned something as far as your why. If your why don't make you cry, it ain't strong enough. And when we learn what the why, W-H-Y, is what hurts. And what hurts me is that I said no in 2012. And now my wife gets to go to Iraq because I said no. But that was just, my no meant not right now. I just want you guys to know that. Don't let the no's get to you, okay? Go find your yeses, because you can change somebody's life. Most importantly, you can stop someone, son or daughter, from being deployed by a simple yes. Take a leap of faith. Peace.
Bryce just picked up his BMW behind you. Go ahead, show the people his BMW.
What's going on, y'all? You already know me, 20 years old. Got in the company 6 months ago. Shout out to Patrick for showing me the information. Got qualified for my BMW 5 weeks in. Before this, I was driving a 99 Grand Am. I don't gotta say too much more. But, you know, able to bless myself with the BMW paid for by the company. Shout out to you, Tony.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here with James.
What up,
James,
what up,
tell
what
us
up,
a little
what
bit
up,
about you.
Yo, bro, I'm 26, from Dallas. I saw this business, and as soon as I saw it, I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't a social work background, but all I knew is that it could get me a life like this. So I listened to the guy who showed me. I went to these trainings that we're at right now, and it's gotten to us where we're at, but we're only getting started. In another year or 2 years, we're not gonna recognize any of this. It's gonna be crazy. So what we need to do right now is get on board and not miss out on what we're about to do. Before World Ventures, guess what car I was driving? I was driving a 2003 VW Jetta. Freaking falling apart, awful, dirty, terrible. I never thought I'd be able to drive this, you know, at this age, but the coolest thing is, in another 2 or 3 years, I'm able to drive whatever car I want, whether it's a $100,000, $500,000 car, and that's just the stuff that you can get when you're tied to this team, this company.
There's this whole team now. You know, you're a part of this group thing. You know, all of a sudden, y'all know something I don't know. Now I'm afraid not to join. You see what I mean? And when y'all have the right spirit about you as a team, and it's not about just you, and what you're going to get or what you're not going to get. When it's about, I'm going to get mine, but I'm only going to get mine because of my team and playing team. And if I help other people get what I want, get what they want, I'll get what I want.
When you're here like this, it's like you're in World Ventures, look how World Ventures is getting inside of you, right? It's like, I don't know if you guys felt it yet, but it kind of feels like we're in a giant living room, you know? We're in Wayne's living room. We're just hanging out. His daughter is walking across the stage. I mean, we're just hanging out, and that's what it is. And so, no matter if it's two people on your team or somebody else's team, we're all on one big team, right? And it's like, man, we're all like fraternity brothers and sorority sisters because we all that common vision of World Ventures.
You can't tell me it doesn't work. If it didn't work, it'd go out of business. So it does work. And so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to succeed. And when I do, I'm going to make you question your whole life. Because that's what would happen. That's what happens. And that's what did happen. I did keep going. I did prove it to them. I did succeed. And you know what? It does make them question their whole life. Now they have to admit you quit on your dreams. You went to an event like this, you got excited, you said you're going to do it, and then you encountered resistance. You were counted off, and then you quit. It's no different than when you go to the gym and you push the weight and go, ooh, these weights are heavy. Or if you actually go, you know, you ain't been to the gym ever or in a long time, and so you go, man, you just like, I'm going to get into this, man, and you lift too much weight that day. And then 2 days later, you're too sore to go back. It's too much pain. You know, now it's pain. You associate going to the gym and doing that with pain, so you don't want to go do it again. Don't push so much. Don't strain your. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you can continue to do. You know, we're all talking a big game. I mean, this is when we first got started. I'm telling you, when I was in your situation, and I first got started, and you know, all those guys quit, and so everything they said they were going to do, we got back. They told a few people, a few friends, other people quit, so they quit. You are who you say you are until you prove otherwise. Now, when you go try and recruit your parents, or your aunts and uncles, or your cousins, or your friends, they remember all that stupid shit you did.
Yeah.
And they want to judge you in business based on that. And what's happening is they're judging the book by the cover. They're focused on the messenger, not the message. Now, there's ways around that. You know, you can start telling people, you know, listen, focus on the message, not the messenger. Just look at what I'm showing you. Really look and listen to what I'm showing you. Okay? Because isn't it true that people want to say, well, how much you making?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, my pocket.
Right?
Yeah, my pocket.
See, learn this one. Learn this one. You got to be able to learn to say, it doesn't matter. Listen to me on this. I'm not trying to blow you off, or you know, but the real answer is it doesn't matter. If I make $1 million, it doesn't mean you'll make a dime.
Word.
And if I don't make a dime, it doesn't mean that you couldn't have made $1 million.
Man.
Great.
So instead of figuring out what I'm making or not making or anything, that just doesn't matter. You need to look at the information. If you want to do it, with or without me, then do it.
Amen.
But if you don't. But don't tell me no until you know what you're saying no to. Now, that's all I'm asking you to do is look. I'm not asking you to buy anything, sell anything, do anything. All I'm asking you to do is look and understand it before you tell me no. And if you tell me no, it won't bother me at all. But if you don't even look at what I got, now that will bother me. Because the truth is, if you ever called me and asked me to look at something, I would look just because that you asked me.
And so, but I would just be there. It would be me and whoever's on stage. It was a one-on-one coaching session for a weekend. That's how I looked at it. It was a one-on-one coaching session. Whoever was on stage, I was listening to them, and I would see stories go across that stage. And I was like, man, if they're doing it, I can do it too. Me too, right? And so I had that kind of mentality. And so, but I did that for years, guys, for years. Until I got a 1, 2, 3, 4 people on my team, and I finally started having a row of people on my team. And now it's like, you know, I don't know, half the stadium now, I don't know what it is, but it's crazy what's happening. And I'm going to Hong Kong in about, you know, for the view in Hong Kong, and that whole stadium, the whole arena is on my team. So it's just crazy. And then Europe, in Florence, Italy, it's is crazy, guys, but it all started with me believing the power of one, right? And then having faith in God, the power of one, right? Then having faith in Wayne, the power of one, and we just came the power of 2 and 3 and 4 and started multiplying, right? But let your faith carry you into your skill to catch up. And that's the main thing. Is for me, my skill wasn't there, so I had to do a lot more numbers, right? But now it was more like a shotgun approach, but now it's more like a sniper. Like I know, like when I meet somebody, I know that I have a pretty good chance that they're going to be on my team if I want them on my team, right?
One time. You should be here.